The Fishing Paper Show is proudly brought to you by United Fisheries, bringing fresh fish to your plate.
Hello and welcome. Hi, I'm Crimpy. Nice to have you along. This is the last episode in this current series, and it's going to be a good one, I can tell you that now. Now, don't forget, if you haven't already, you can pick up your free copy of the fishing paper at the nearest Hamel store or a Smith City near you. Now, but first, coming up in the show, we used to dig in fish into the garden, but we've now found a better way. And also we go hunting with Lester. Well, who's Lester? You're about to find out in a moment. But first, where in the world is the fishing paper being read at the moment? Now, if you haven't picked who that is, it's Barack Obama. He's a great fan of the fishing paper, and he's also recently tuned into the fishing paper show because he's not getting the same light relief that former President Clinton did. All right, lucky man, isn't he? Well, he's lucky now that he's seeing the fishing paper show. Right, my guests this week, we have from the Ministry of Fisheries, Peter Hyde back again. Nice to have you.
Hi, Crimpy.
And we have Simon McMillan from Hamels. Good to be back. All right, Peter, Christmas time, people are going to be out in force on the water, so what are we talking about this week?
I thought we'd talk about aggregation. People often ask us this time of year, I'm hiring a holiday home, I want to go out fishing every day. Can I accumulate my recreational daily limit and transport it home, and what if I get stopped by a fishery officer? Okay,
because that is particularly, I guess, an issue with people that are travelling by boat to somewhere distant or staying in batches and that sort of thing.
Yes, that's right, and it's sometimes problematic for the fisheries officer because they might be faced with quite a large quantity of fish with a person saying, oh yes, but the reason I'm over my limit is I've taken it over a period of days.
So, well, in short, are you allowed to do that?
Yes, you can, but the onus is on you to prove to the fisheries officer that it was taken over a period of days. And how you do that is really up to you, and a degree of common sense is involved. And what we suggest to people is bagging and tagging the catch. If you've stayed at a motel or a lodge out of the Sounds, you keep your accommodation receipt. You might be able to provide the name of a mate who can verify your story. And usually common sense prevails, but we stress the onus is on you to prove that to the fishery officer, not the other way around.
Why are you so, I wouldn't say pedantic, but why are you so thorough in terms of what's required on this particular issue?
Unfortunately, we have people who will go out fishing day after day, take their recreational catch, and then they sell that recreational catch. Particularly rock lobster. There's a thriving black market with so-called recreational fishers that will go out every day, only take their 6, but then they sell that catch. And we come down pretty hard on people who buy fish illegally as well as the people who sell it. So your recreational catch is just that. It's for your own use. You can give it away. You can use it yourself, but you're not allowed to sell it or barter it.
What about, is there any variance in how much you can keep in terms of rock lobster, fish and crayfish, paua?
Yeah, paua is the exception. At any time you can only accumulate a maximum of 20 paua. So it doesn't matter how many days you're out on holiday for, you can only accumulate 20 paua or 2.5 kilograms of paua meat.
All right. Well, there you go. There's some handy tips from the Ministry of Fisheries, so make sure that you keep within the guidelines. Time for our viewers' vid this week, and Troy tickled up a couple of kingfish. Send us your viewers' vids to PO Box 9001 Annesbrook, Nelson, or email us a YouTube link to crimpy@extra.co.nz. Well, in the old days we used to dig them into the garden, but fish are making an appearance in a different way. Check this out. New Zealand is a nation that has a strong affinity with the land.
and it is the health of the soil that is at the root of our continuing prosperity. But it's an industry that is associated with the sea that is leading the charge to produce biological fertilisers that not only make plants grow, but produce healthy soils as well. United Fisheries of Christchurch has a philosophy to utilise all of the fish processed, and it is this respect for the natural resources that has prompted the company to develop a range of liquid fish fertilisers and fish silage. Fish offal and offcuts from the processing plant are fermented in a process called hydrolysis, which sees the recovery of proteins, oils, amino acids and naturally occurring enzymes.
Basically, it's living organisms. It's got dead fish. It's proteins, amino acid, enzymes, and the ability to grow biology and to feed biology. It forms the circle of all living systems. Life, decay, life, decay.
During the manufacture of the fish fertiliser, fish oils, fish proteins, calcium and phosphate are recovered and thus made available not only to the plants, but also to the soil biology, building stronger, more robust plants and a healthier soil.
Fish fertiliser, when used in conjunction with good farming practices, will increase productivity. It will increase soil organic matter, it will increase soil water holding capacity, it will increase productivity, it will have a great impact on soil clovers and help better soil clovers, and it will increase animal health.
McKean Estates is one Canterbury company to discover the perfect wine match, a liberal application of fish fertiliser.
We've got ourselves involved with United Fisheries. We've developed a good relationship with them over the last few years, and we've been working closely with them on a range of fish products. The first one is like a biological stimulator, which we spray on the ground, and in that it contains a lot of food groups, a lot of fungi, a lot of bacteria. So it's a food source as well as providing a lot of life. And what we've noticed in the trials that we did last year compared to, as we've been sort of developing it, we've actually found the vines themselves have responded fantastically. In our Gewürztraminer, it responded beautifully. We had fantastic set. We had, some very, very good fruit come off that, so we were very happy. We're also trialling using the fish product as a canopy spray. It's got a lot of biologicals in that as well, a lot of Bacillus subtilis. So this prevents a lot of botrytis and a lot of other diseases from forming, and we're just spraying it through these varieties now just to see how it goes. What we're finding is that in the brief tests that we've done to date, we're actually finding a reduction in the need for any sort of large lime application or fertiliser application. It's a fantastic product, it really is.
The ethos of the fishing industry, that all fish are good fish and all parts of a fish are good fish. So being to totally utilise all parts of the fish we catch under the sustainable quota system is a great benefit to the industry, but better still, it's a benefit for the farmer.
And take it from me, it is a good brew, and speaking of brews, it's time to put the kettle on, but be quick, because when we get back, we go hunting with Lester.